Speaking of 3-year absences, one of the UFC's biggest stars ever, the longest reigning UFC champion in history, former welterweight champion Georges St Pierre, posted a video on his Facebook page on Saturday confirming his return to the octagon. The 35-year-old GSP won 12 fights in a row. GSP, after narrowly beating a different Johnny Hendricks altogether back in November 2013. He vacated the title. He cited the fact that he needed to take a break from the sport. He had issues with the lack of drug testing then. Injuries, of course, were also catching up to him. And I mean, he was on top for so long, bro. 6 years as champion.
Yep, that's a long time. But you know what I liked? He even said that talking about 155, and I guarantee you he's hunting after, of course, McGregor. That's what I think. But why else would he say that?
At his age, can he go to 155?
Why else would he say it?
No.
That's his biggest money fight for him.
Yeah, it'll be a 170 like it should be, like McGregor did with...
well, it's what he said. Are you him?
Yeah. Because I think Michael Bisping is the most likely fight. I don't think McGregor. I think this is the order. Michael Bisping, if he gets past Romero, already talk about it.
That's
Bisping
a hard
would get
one. Yep.
a multi-million-dollar payday out of it. And GSP, for everyone who's saying, yeah, 155, or yeah, he's going to be great. Dude, he's been gone for 3 years. I don't care how special
not everyone. Not everyone
are.
said it. He himself said, I can make 155. So if he himself says it, that comes out of his mouth.
Adrian Broner said he could make 142 pounds before his fight with Granados. 3 weeks out, he changed it to 147.
You don't think that GSP is a little bit different than Adrian Broner?
I don't know. I don't know at this stage. GSP did not look good against Johnny Hendricks.
No, he did not.
All of a sudden, he's going to turn the clock back?
No, I'm not saying that, but if he says he can make 155.
Back to 155 at his age, really? Okay, as a trainer, you truly believe he can do it?
With that body? No, I wouldn't say it. No, but maybe he lost already a lot of muscle. I don't know. Maybe he did only conditioning and he lost muscle.
Hey,
and he's
I know
smaller.
where you're going. I know where you're coming from, but I think when you even say it, it's like you endorse it. You say he can or you should.
No. I said with his body the way he looked, it's going to be very freaking hard to
I
get
think
155
as he comes back.
But in 3 years, what if he didn't do any power training and he did only mixed martial arts?
He never
and
really
he lost
did much
muscle
of that.
weight. Well, but you can tell that he does muscle things. So as long as that stops and it starts, he might get loose. I don't know, but
Anderson Silva, bro, that fight is always supposed to happen. It can happen now. 185. Yep. Michael Bisping, 185. Absolutely, those are to me, McGregor's. Yeah, people can say what they want.
No, but he wants that.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about. I don't talk
he
about
doesn't,
the best fight.
Buddy, there's no reports of any fight right now. He might want it, but these are the makeable fights. McGregor, I don't see it happening for a while, if it happens at all.
Yep.
With the Floyd Mayweather thing, the realistic fights for GSP are Anderson Silva, which can be made just like that and should be made just like that if they want the legacy fight. Bisping, who, of course, Bisping wants that fight. I think it would be a good comeback fight for GSP. Taking away anything from Bisping. Just, again, 3 years off. You're not going to be your best. And Nick Diaz has also been mentioned, but I've been there, done that.
But what if Yoel Romero wins? That would be a great fight as well.
I think it's tough.
Him against, right?
No, it wouldn't be. Not a money fight at all. Yoel Romero will never fight GSP. Never fight GSP. Right now, it's going to be, I think, in this order. Anderson Silva, Michael Bisping, Conor McGregor a distant third, and then, hey, let's not forget, what weight did he dominate? What weight did he not lose the title at? 170 pounds.
Yep.
We got Stephen Thompson and Tyron Woodley coming up. The winner of that fight against him, I mean, it's for the title.
Yep.
I don't think it's the biggest. That's not the biggest money fight by any means against those two guys. But if he wants to bring his legacy back, I would go for the welterweight title.
Yep.
So, man,
that would be something. How old is he now?
35.
35.
Not that old.
Young.
Not that old.
Good.
Although he's the smaller weights, you get old fast. And I mean, buddy, he's had lots of injuries.
Yep.
It almost sounds like I feel like he should have come back. I almost feel like he shouldn't have come back. I think they backed up the Brinks truck, knowing that Conor McGregor's nowhere to be seen. Ronda Rousey may never be seen again.
Brock Lesnar
John Jones,
stopped.
Brock Lesnar just announced his retirement. There's no. They need George, and we see it now with Bellator too. Okay, Fedor, it amazes me. We saw Josh Thompson go down to the Bellator card, Josh Koscheck. We saw Johnny Hendricks. The changing of the guard. Thankfully, there are some young kids, including that Gavin Tucker in the against Sam Sicilia.
Man,
the fight
he
night.
looked good.
But the one guy who represents to me the power of the future, Cody Garbrandt, and what he did, and how fast he did it. So, and he's marketable. I think he can be a big star.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, there are no big John Jones. I mean, all due respect to Daniel Cormier, Anthony Johnson. That's not a big pay-per-view fight.
Not as big as
even
what
Thompson
they're used to
and
right
Woodley
now. Yep.
is not a big. I mean, terrific fight, fan-friendly fight. Not a big pay-per-view fight.
No, you're 100% right.
And that's why But Boss, again, you came back for the money. Everyone comes back for the money. GSP, who had so many issues, and remember Dana White saying he's never coming back. Here, and right as it is right now, still no return date, still no opponent.
But with me, or let's take me as an example. I didn't fight for 7 years. I felt great like he did, but then once I start pulling full training on, all the injuries started coming back.
See,
So I hope
best,
that doesn't happen to Georges St Pierre, because he didn't really train. He trained hard now, but it's not a training camp.
Maintenance, right? The kind of thing, staying in shape.
So now he's going to have to really push.
And having had, as you have, and you know how hard it is as a person not even in your athletic peak anymore to recover from the surgeries and stuff you've had. I know everyone is different, so I'm not saying he's the same, but he has had those surgeries. And those, you know what I mean? Like I am happy that he's back, because I think the sport of MMA needs him right now. But I also hope, he knows when to leave again. You know what I'm saying? Let's not, and that's why, honestly, don't marinate it. Don't pre-book. Anderson Silva,
that
GSP, catchweight fight. Let's go. Winner retires, loser retires. The two best of the UFC's modern era. Of course, it's not going to happen like that, but that to me is the fight. Of course, GSP, Conor McGregor, sure.
I just thought when I saw when he said 155, I go, because he gets already a lot of money, I guarantee you. But he gets also cut of the pay-per-view with McGregor, and he sees what McGregor is making right now. Right. That's why he's back in fighting.
Well,
I guarantee you
that.
And he knows that he's needed.
He's going to ask for as much as McGregor, if not more, man, because of the legacy. I would think, and again, we won't know until he is officially booked, but as much as this is about GSP, maybe coming back because he misses it or wants the competition, I wouldn't be surprised if his phone hasn't been ringing off the hook for a long time, and Dana saying what he's saying publicly to try to, get the wheels in motion. So, welcome back, GSP. So long, Brock Lesnar, who's going to remain in WWE.
I need to say something about it, because I went on Twitter when I read this. It was in Rolling Stones magazine. He wrote it, and I go like, wow, I never expected that. And you know what the response from my fans was, from the people who follow me on Twitter?
What are you talking about right now?
Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar. They said, no, he just retired, so he's exempted from the USADA.
Yes, he is.
And then if he wants to come back, he just reapplies again. So it doesn't mean that he is retired forever.
No, right now it is. Let's go through the story of what's happened recently with Brock Lesnar. Back June 2007, Bill Goldberg, who was his number. Life is unbelievable. Goldberg and Lesnar, the battling in the WWE right now on Monday Night Raw weekly, and yet. 2007, Goldberg and I were on the commentary team for Lesnar's first MMA fight against Min Soo Kim at K1 Dynamite USA. Now, he, of course, moved on to the UFC, where the now 39-year-old became a UFC heavyweight champion on just his third fight for the promotion. Fourth fight as a pro. He beat Randy Couture in November 2008, defended the belt twice before losing it, remember, to Cain Velasquez in October 2010. And then he lost to Alistair Overeem in December of 2011. And then he went away because the diverticulitis almost killed him. Mm-hmm. And again, you wonder just how dangerous and how good he would have been without it during that run. He went away, but again, like we're seeing with GSP and Fedor, he came back in 2016 for the big money fight, got it against Mark Hunt, defeated Hunt, but then tested positive. Not one for once, but two things. So he failed the two doping tests after a 4.5-year MMA absence. He was suspended from competition for a year by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, which, of course, administers the UFC's doping policy. Now, his decision to retire means that, yes, he has been removed from USADA's drug testing pool, which monitors all the fighters year-round. If he comes back, boss, he would have to serve the remaining 5 months of his suspension, and of course, like you say, go back into the pool. I don't think he's coming back.
Okay.
All right. I don't. Again, I never say never, but he's a guy that's been very good with his money. He's making a lot of money with WWE, and again, almost 40 years old. And let's not forget, I'm talking to a UFC Hall of Famer who was one of the baddest asses on the planet. Buddy, what you guys do for a living is not easy.